way to start off the season. I get to come on here with a victory cigar, and I absolutely love it. Hold up. It feels so good to start off the Bears season being able to be happy with the victory, but I will get into it later. It is not a pretty one. Not a pretty one. But a win is a win. And as a fan, I will take wins, even if they're pretty or ugly. But before I dive deep into this game, make sure you guys leave this video a like, as it always helps this channel to continue to grow. And if you are not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button and notification bell so you will not miss any of the content that I post on this channel. Let's just talk about a Bears victory. Without further ado, let's dive into it. Well, this game for the Bears in particular was a tale of two halves. In the first half, let's just face it, this Bears offense couldn't muster a single thing. Offensive line looked bad. Nick Bosa in that front, Fred Warner, and Hufanga. I'm only going to touch on Hufanga. Shout out to my guy Jay in the Bay, who I did a pregame stream with. I will leave that link in the description, but he put out that Hufanga could have a big game against the Bears. And he did. He played tremendous football. And I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Hufanga played tremendously. He was in the box. He was getting tackles. He even made an interception on Justin Fields. He played tremendously. Absolutely tremendously. And I will give him credit where it's due. This Bears offense looked terrible. Couldn't muster a single thing in the first half. Offensive line looked bad. Running game couldn't even sniff getting going. Passing game did a little in the first half. Couldn't do a single thing. Defensively, we were getting, let's just say it, and we were starting in bad field position. The first half, the 49ers were winning the field position game. And that is going to be absolutely key in a sloppy game with sloppy weather like we had. Field position is key, and the 49ers were winning that battle in the first half. And for the first half to look as ugly, and I mean it looked absolutely ugly for the Bears in the first half. It looked terrible. And for us to only be down 10-0 at the half is a testament to, number one, this defense played their butts off. This defense absolutely played their butts off when the offense was struggling to find anything going. Anything. And if it wasn't for Justin Fields' legs, we probably wouldn't have mustered much of nothing outside of that. It looked bad. It looked absolutely bad. And I saw a lot of people on Twitter. I'm not going to agree with it, but I could see where their points were coming from. It was a lot of Bear fans on Twitter comparing Luke Getsy's play calling to Matt Nagy. I can see where they're coming from, but let's just think about it like this. I'm going to touch on this a little bit quickly before I move on to the other parts of this game. Matt Nagy wouldn't have stuck to the run that long. Let's just leave it at that. Matt Nagy would never have stuck to running the football that long. Now, I will give Getsy credit. He stuck to the running game. It wasn't really working much. It wasn't really working. Monty wasn't getting his footing under him. The offensive line was creating absolutely no push at all. And I mean at all. And he stuck to it because he knew at some point that 49er defense will break down and the passing game will start to open up. That is one thing I will give Luke Gretzky some credit for. He stuck to the running game. He stuck to his plan. Run the football, pound it. No matter if it didn't work, he stuck to it. And eventually in that second half, the Bears started to open up and do some more things in the passing game. And then the running game started to open up and then looked better and throughout the portions of that second half. Defensively, creating turnovers, I said, was going to be a key to the Bears winning this game. They created turnovers. Jalen Johnson with a peanut punch in the first half. We had Eddie Jackson with an interception. Turnovers were going to be key for a Bears victory, and they got turnovers. That needed stops too, especially the Jalen Johnson punch in the first half. That peanut punch, the 49ers were driving, they were in the red zone, and we got the turnover with the peanut punch. That's key. And another thing that was key into the Bears' comeback victory, the 49ers shot themselves in the foot with penalties. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. If it wasn't for the 49ers penalties and them shooting themselves in the foot, this game may not have turned out the way it did. Penalties, mistake-free football was something that I said was going to be key. The Bears, for the most part, outside of the Justin Fields interception and some little minor penalties here and there, played mistake-free football. The Bears did not create a lot of penalties. They created turnovers. They limited their own turnovers. And it was going to be key, especially in a sloppy game like this. The Bears, I give the Bears credit with this. They stuck with it. They kept fighting. In a game like this, no matter how bad things looked, and they looked bad, the Bears, I will give credit as a unit. They kept fighting in this ball game. And that is key. And that is something that I wanted to see from the Bears from a long time. When things got ugly in the past, this team did not keep their foot on the gas and keep fighting. With Eberflus and his philosophy, the hits philosophy, they kept their foot on the gas and they kept fighting. 49ers offense, I will give them credit. They were moving the ball down the field. But the Bears had the bend, don't break mentality, and they were able to make key stops to help bring this offense back on the field and get a 19-point comeback. Justin Fields, he started to feel more rhythm. He started to be better as the game went along. He started to understand what was going on. They used his legs when necessary and they needed to. He was able to get outside the pocket. He was able to avoid some sacks. And the touchdown pass to Dante Pettis was a broken play. It was an absolute broken play. And Justin Fields, with his ability to keep his eyes down the field, with his ability to get outside the pocket with his speed, and to keep his eyes down the field and locate Dante Pettis and hit him wide open, it was a testament to Justin Fields and his coaching. Second touchdown pass right over the middle to Equanimeous St. Brown, and he sold that. He absolutely sold the blocking, got open, and he was wide open for the second touchdown. Khalil Herbert, I think he needs to get more touches. He got the third touchdown to help us get to that 19-10 lead. I believe he's get more touches. Montgomery struggled a bit today. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think Khalil Herbert should get a little bit more touches. He is very, very solid. I like him a lot as our backup running back. I think he needs to get a little bit more touches in his offense. Monty struggled. They were keying on him. I just think Khalil Herbert, I think he would have fit a little bit better against the way that this 49ers defense was attacking. Yeah, Monty can make guys miss, and he's done that. But I think when you added Khalil Herbert, that element of Herbert, I think that brings a little bit something different as far as what this Bears offense can do. Second half, he still stuck to the run. It did work a lot. He stuck to it. He did not get pass happy. He still put this offense in positions to succeed. And that is something that we have been missing offensively for God knows how long. And with this Bears win, One thing that I can take away, the main thing I can take away is this team does not let up. They do not give up. The fight is there. The intensity is there. This defense was flying all around the field. No matter what circumstances they were in, they were still flying. Offense looked bad at times, and it looked absolutely bad. It looked bad. But they still were able to get in this game and fight. In a game like this, that's what you need. It helps when the 49ers commit 11, 12, 13 penalties. It also helps then. And the Bears were able to take advantage of those penalties. And that is what we needed for a win. It was an ugly one. It was ugly. The weather helped. I'm not going to sit there and deny it. The weather helped. Especially coming back late when it really started to downpour. It helped a ton. But the Bears, were, for the most part, were able to get at the Trey Lance. That was another thing. They contained him for the most part. Lance is an athletic guy, so he was able to get away at some plays. But for the most part, he was contained. For the most part, they tried their best to contain Debo. They used Debo in ways that I anticipated them using them. Running into the backfield, jet sweeps, and a passing game as well. Third down was something the Bears do need to improve on going forward. Third down, getting off the field defensively, they made some key third down diversions. I'm talking about the 49ers. They made some key third down diversions. The Bears made some on offense as well. But third down is a thing that the Bears need to shore up a little bit before next week in Green Bay. This Bears team, I love the fight. They won. It's a very ugly game. They won a very ugly game. First half looked terrible. I almost lost my hope. It looked bad. The offensive line looked bad. Everything looked bad. Defensively was the best thing that we had in that first half. They were able to limit it to 10 points. And for it to be as ugly as it was, for the Bears to be only down 10-0, is a testament to that defense and how well that they played, especially in the second half. They played their butts off, and it was a very ugly game. Justin Fields, he started to get their confidence going later on in the game. He started to really, really feel what the 49ers defense was doing. He tucked the ball when he needed to. He was able to get the ball down the field, make some key conversions, not only with his legs, got some things done in the passing game, which was not pretty most of the game, but they were able to open it up and get some things done. Defensively, I love what I saw. Roquan, of course, flying all over the field. He could have had an interception. Eddie finally got himself a pick. I've been waiting on Eddie Jackson to get a pick for the longest. He played that instinctive center field and got that interception that helped seal the victory. It helped seal the victory for the Bears. Now, the last thing I kind of want to touch on before I conclude this video, Cairo Santos got to hit some extra points, man. Cairo Santos. Come on, guy. Come on, man. You had a former kicker in Robbie Gould on the other side, which I still think was one of the big mistakes in letting him go. But you got to hit these extra points, man. It would have been a 21-10 victory if it wasn't for him missing these extra points. But at the end of the day, hey, I can't complain with only so much. A win is a win. And how ugly it looked in the first half, I will absolutely take it. I will take it. I will take it. But I am happy the Bears start off their season 1-0. In a minute before I get out of here. Victory tastes so good. Victory tastes so good. But that is all I got to say about this game. Make sure you guys leave this video a like. Comment your thoughts on this Bears game down below. What did you see? What are your takeaways? I would love to see what you guys think in the comments down below. And as always, click that sub button and notification bell so you will not miss any of the videos that I post on this channel. But I am APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys stay safe out there. Have a great and excellent day. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bear down. Peace.